Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. This is part 2 of our interview. Just to reintroduce yourself quickly, just give us your name again quickly.
It's Brian Greenwald.
All right, local farmer. Been farming over 45 years, right?
Yeah.
Here locally in Pennsylvania, and we were talking a little bit about the health effects, right? I've talked on previous videos, and certainly other specialists. Not that I'm proclaiming to be a specialist, but we've talked about the fact that there are certain things we naturally need to have in our bodies in terms of biome and whatnot, and that our gut is a huge part of our body's defense, right? Of our immune system. And if we don't have certain bacteria in our gut that are actually helpful to us, that also can aid in a decreased efficiency of our immune system, which gives us less protection to things that would result in ailment or illness or dis-ease. Remember my previous video about dis-ease, right? All right, so quickly, I want to just try and emphasize to folks how important it is for us to remove the obstacles from farmers having such a tough time to sustain yourselves, right? What would you like to see briefly change if the will of the people, right, the will of the voters meant more, right? And we hold those folks who have their hands on our tax money, right? How we want to see that allocated to you more. What would you like to see generally in that area?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is I'd like to see is government just literally let the farmers alone.
Okay.
To get out all together.
Less bureaucracy.
Okay. Yeah, less bureaucracy, because what the government does is control the farmers to the degree where, like I say, they tell them what to plant, when to plant. I mean, it's not actual independent farming anymore as much as it is, so to speak, a slavery.
Wow.
Because like I said, we're dictated, we're not allowed to plant this because of too much. And now, like I said, they're talking about taking care of taxing for the cows, for dairy cows and beef cows, for carbon tax. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The more they get involved with things, the worse it's getting.
Well, it sounds like just more and more and more burden, right, being heaped on farmers that are already overburdened.
My mom and dad's farm, where we was dealing with 26 different government agencies.
Wow.
I mean, that's anywhere from plant inspectors, bee inspectors, meat inspectors. Health and weights and measures.
Excuse me.
Different things like that. I mean, then down to taxes, the Social Security taxes and stuff like that. So
that's crazy, and I think that is what you've described as a huge obstacle. Pardon me. That I think most of us, or I can't kind of include myself in us. Most folks who are still voting, right, may not quite realize all that happens between you electing a person who says they're going to do what's best for farming and for us to have good, healthy food, right? Both in the state, on the national level. What happens between you electing this individual, the promise they make in that area, and the life that an actual farmer has to live? And you just heard for yourself, it's got to deal with 26 different government agencies, right? Just in that interaction alone, how much money and time is being wasted, right? When in the end result, what we need is for more of the money that we believe is going to the one of the most important areas of our life, which is agriculture. We see that perhaps we need to be a little bit more aware and a little bit more active in holding those responsible who, even if we don't vote, right? It's still our tax money. We all pay taxes, right? So we all have a voice in it, whether we vote or not. And we need to hold these folks responsible who do actually have their hands on the tax purse, right? As well as these corporations that have really gotten in the way and have been a part of developing or recommending, right, through their lobbying groups what these what the legislature puts in place that ends up being interactions with more and more government agencies like was previously described. Listen, I want to thank you tremendously